Yo, what up, squad? All right, man. Now, if you guys are a gamer, man, then you're going to want to watch this video right here because I have a product that is in this box right here, y'all, that you're going to want to actually try out for yourself, and it is the LiberNovo Omni chair. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy unboxed, get it taken out, and I can show y'all everything as well as all of the features. Let's go. All right, so if you guys out there, man, you've never heard of LiberNovo Omni, let me go ahead and just put y'all on real quick, all right? So this right here is the world's first dynamic ergonomic chair. Now, it includes a bunch of features that we actually going to get into here in this video, like the dynamic support, which is linked to the headrest, the backrest, the armrest, and even the seat cushion. The chair also uses a SynchroLink mechanism system that helps sync the headrest, backrest, armrest, all dynamically regardless of your seating orientation to help keep the spine, neck, arms, and body aligned at all times. Also, there's the Bionic Flex Fit backrest, which is powered, y'all, by an electric motor. And then there's the OmniStretch massage mode, which includes a 5-minute massage mode. Then we're gonna go ahead and talk about the 4 different recline positions. There's also multiple customizable adjustment positions as well. Also, it includes this footrest right here for height compensation for those people that are under 6 feet 2.8. Now, I know I'm speaking more so in terms of my gamers that are out there because I know a lot of you guys out there are gamers, man. This chair here, man, is also gonna be for those creative professionals out there, or even content creators, gamers, developers, or just people with just overall health needs. All right, y'all, so now that we pretty much got everything here that you can see here behind me all set up, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, when I first saw some of the components, I was like, man, this looks a little complicated, but then as I got going along with the instructions, it takes you max 15 minutes, y'all. Now, let me go ahead and get into some of the main 8 features of why I feel like you guys need to consider checking out this chair here, which I'll have a direct link for you guys down in the description section below for you guys to check out. Now, the first feature we got to talk about, y'all, and that is the Bionic Flex Fit backrest. Now, when it comes to traditional chairs that are out there, right, they all have a fixed backrest that can be annoying because everybody doesn't have the same body type, all right? Everything is not one fits all out here. They have a Bionic Flex Fit backrest feature that's going to allow you guys to be able to use the built-in electric motor to be able to adjust the lumbar support, which is going to help solve the common issue of poor fit like you guys get in more of the traditional chairs, and allows this chair right here to adapt perfectly to all different body types, all right? It also uses 2 buttons that are on the inside of the armrest of the chair to be able to make these adjustments really easily. Really dope feature, man, and I just feel like it hugs my back, and I just feel like I'm living in the future when it comes to this chair, all right? Now, the next feature we got to talk about that I feel is important, and that is the Omni Dynamic support system. Now, most chairs that are out there, right, if I'm being honest, y'all, will support you, and it feels good to y'all for probably about a good first 10 minutes, all right? But then right after that, we as humans, we just not stationary creatures, right? We're not stationary beings. We can't sit still, and we tend to just move around, and we shift our bodies on an average of about 13 times within an hour. And each one of these changes that we make when we putting our feet underneath our butts or whatever it might be, we're weakening the support of that chair over time, and we're putting a whole lot of strain on our spine. Well, the LiberNovo Omni here, it changed all of that up with a SynchroLink mechanism, which is going to allow the chair to be able to move with your body instead of just being stationary and not adapting to those 13 movements that I just told you guys about, keeping your head as well as your back, as your arms, all fully supported for the whole day, y'all. Because if you're anything like me, man, and you as animated as you want to be whenever you crashing out in a game because the game is cheating and you lost and you know it wasn't your fault, you definitely gonna want to check out this chair right here, all right? Now, the next thing, let me go ahead and show off the 4 different recline positions. Now, the first one we have up here, man, is 105-degree meeting mode. Now, this one right here, man, is gonna be that mode that's going to align with the spine's natural curvature, which will reduce overall body pressure by more than 51%. It's more comfortable than just sitting straight upright, which is just not a good natural feeling in my opinion. Now, the second mode that we have up is called the solo work mode, which is the mode that I typically use whenever I'm editing my videos or just doing any type of productive work. Now, this mode right here is going to help boost prefrontal oxygen by 15%, which helps with deeper thought, as well as creating ideas faster and just hit that creative flow and that juice that sometimes you need, all right? Now, the third mode is relax mode, which is a little bit more chill vibes, where fatigue levels tend to drop to just about 25% of the upright posture. This mode right here, man, is going to be good for those longer working or gaming sessions that I tend to use typically when I'm playing like my AAA titles or my God of War, my Uncharted, my Last of Us, different things like that. And I kind of just want to vibe out and just be comfortable. And the last mode, y'all, is the dope feature. It is the massage mode, where you guys can lay this bad boy all the way back at a 160-degree angle for that ultimate relaxation and rest that sometimes is needed if you're just in your man cave or you're in your she shed and you just can't make it up to that bed. I know. We've all been there, and I know I'm not the only one, all right? Sometimes you just want to close your eyes. Now, speaking of that massage mode that I just showed you guys, well, this one right here pairs perfectly with this next feature here, and that is the OmniStretch massage feature, which is when you guys are fully laid back in that 160-degree angle, it has a 5-minute massage mode, whereas after hours and hours and hours of sitting in a chair, we all know that, your back is going to, hurt just a little bit, all right? When it's just sometimes you just need a solid quick break. So the LiberNovo Omni here, man, will allow you guys to be able to take yoga-inspired cat-cow stretches anytime that you guys are needing that just quick break to be able to recharge. So how this whole thing works, right? Because I have yet to see this in a chair. So how this actually works is whenever you guys recline it all the way back, the electric motor will gradually lift your lower back and gently stretch the spine and relieve pressure between the discs. This whole setup here was all inspired by real Pilates movements, which I've never heard of a chair being able to do that before. Like, you can literally be out and just be like, yo, I did my Pilates today with just sitting in this chair right here. Overall, man, solid experience versus having like a roller-based massage chair, if that makes sense. Now, the next feature is, if I didn't mention this, it would kind of be a major L on my part, and that is all of the different customizable adjustments that you guys can actually make when it comes to this chair, even more fit for your needs. So you have 2 different adjustment styles that you guys can make, from whether it's the manual side or whether it's using the electric adjustments. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the manual side of adjustments. You have this 3D headrest that you guys can move forward, you can move backwards, upwards, as well as downwards, but you can also completely remove it. And let's just say you don't even want a headrest on it. You can do that too. Now, when it comes to the seat height adjustments, you can also move this from 0 inches all the way up to 4.41 inches to be able to set that perfect height for you. Then when it comes to the armrest, you get your typical adjustments. You can move them forward, you can move them backwards, you can swivel them, you can move them upward, you can move them downward. Basically, it can go everywhere, all right? Now, for me personally, y'all, when it comes to armrest, I tend to set my left one a little bit lower than my right one whenever I'm gaming. I don't know, it just feels better. Now, moving on over to the electric adjustment side of things, you can adjust the lumbar area using the buttons that are right here within the armrest that we spoke about and showed off earlier in this video. Now, the next thing I want to go ahead and talk about here when it comes to the chair is the premium materials that were used. Now, starting with the headrest in itself, it is built using the world's first hydrophilic foam sponge, which is going to be able to allow it to be more of a breathable material and just soft for lasting comfort. And I'm gonna be honest, sitting in this chair, the materials definitely feels premium for sure. And then for the armrest, it uses a high density foam that's going to be smooth to the touch and built to last for a long period of time. And then when it comes to the seat cushion, it's using a multi-density cushion that's going to be good for improving blood circulation with tailored support with a soft front that's going to be good for reducing leg pressure for those longer sitting periods. And then for the backrest design here, it's a triple layered system that gently supports and conforms to your natural body. It has a skin-friendly stretch layer which uses an 8 aerospace grade resilient panels that work together to sense the support of your back's curves where it actually needs it, all while being 98% recyclable material, which is just always going to be good for the environment. All right. Now, the second to last thing that I want to go ahead and talk with you guys about is the footrest here. Now, the footrest that you guys can see right here. Now, typically, when you guys are sitting at your desk, you pretty much want your armrest in itself to be level with the desk that you guys are sitting at, which is going to allow your arms to rest naturally for proper support, which is also going to allow your neck to also be aligned with whatever headrest you guys are using, as well as your eyes being at the proper viewing angles, and your feet to be flat on the footrest or to be flat on the floor. But let's say you guys are a person that's like me, right? And you are under 5'11". It can be tough to keep that good posture for a long period of time, and this is where the legs decide to go numb because of due to poor circulation. So with the LiberNovo Omni right here, man, they do offer a height adjustable footrest that can be adjusted to either 2.4 inches or 3.9 inches in itself to be able to better support for healthy blood flow during, you know, again, those longer sitting gaming sessions, all right? And the last thing I want to kind of talk about with you guys, man, is just a little bit more of these honorable mentions or just extra things that I feel like you guys should know about, all right? Now, when it comes to the weight capacity of this chair right here, it can support up to 300 pounds for reliable long-term use. And then when it comes to the wheels here, man, they included silent casters, which is so appreciated in my space here because I do, as you guys can see, I have wood floors down, and being able to slide around, man, without it being all loud is just super clutch, all right? But that's about it, man. If you guys have any questions, man, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. Again, man, thanks to LiberNovo for sponsoring today's video, man. I will see you guys in the next one. Happy gaming, squad. We out.